we get really excited when we first realize, oh my gosh, I can actually sketch, I can do really nice stuff, and we get really excited. And what we'll do is we'll go out there and buy everything to try things out. So I have tried a few things myself, and I would like to share with you that you don't need a lot of those expensive things. All you need is simple stuff to get you going, to really understand whether if you really like this hobby, to then invest a little bit more and get going. So there are three things that you should not be doing. And I'm Jolyene. As a beginner sketcher myself, I'm here to share with you my experience. Item number one, sketchbooks. You go to an art supply shop and you see all the sketchbooks there, and you start to flip it and you decide to buy almost everything, because why not? You need the right size, you need the right type of paper, and in the end you ended up like me with so many sketchbooks that you have not used. um, just to let you know, I have about possibly 8 sketchbooks, and I have just completed 2. So there are still a lot more for me to use. For example, this is Moleskine sketchbook, and it's with really thick, nice paper for watercolor. And in 2023, I thought, oh, I really need them because I'll be doing watercolor. And guess what? It is only 2 weeks ago in 2025 that I started actually doing something on it. So yes, I have bought quite a number of sketchbooks that I do not need. I have a smaller size one. This is not Moleskine, but this is another brand which I thought was cheap. And I went to TK Maxx and there's another one. And of course, I need my A5 spiral sketchbooks. And why not, with all the A5s, I need an A4 size. So the list goes on. All you need is 2 sketchbooks. One with a slightly lighter weight paper, which is about 160 GSM, is good enough for you to sketch with ink and do a bit of watercolor on it. Or get a sketchbook with slightly thicker paper of 220 GSM and above, ideally. You like your 300 GSM, go ahead. And that one, you can definitely use it for ink and watercolor. And on to your second do not need is pens. I have bought so many pens because when I first started, I look into, YouTube videos of different artists, sketches to learn from them, and all of them uses different type of pen. But one good advice that I got was, if I want to try out fountain pen, start off with something cheap, which is Preppy Platinum Fountain Pen. I will put a link down in the description section. But the most important thing is you got to buy the cartridge for carbon ink, which is waterproof ink. So you can start off with that, or you can get Unipin or Sakura. Give me a moment. There you go. You can get Sakura Micron. This is also recommended because it has different size of thickness and it is waterproof. So if you want to do ink and watercolor, use them, or get a fountain pen if you want to give fountain pen a try. Then after you try them and you really like the feel of it, you can check out my other videos where I can show you all the other pens, all the other fountain pens that I got to help me with my sketches. So let's move on to the third item where you do not need to spend so much money as a beginner sketcher. So to learn the skills, because like myself, I have no art education background. I realize I can draw only very recently, 2 years ago, and I went looking for courses, classes, and things like that to help me refine my skills. All you need is to look into YouTube, and usually a lot of artists will have like an introduction session of them showing how things are done, their style. Sign up for those classes. Once you really like their style or really like learning from them, then by all means support them, buy their courses, go for their classes, and have fun. There are other ways if you like to spend a bit of money, but not too much just yet, to learn all the skills. It's through Domestika or Skillshare. Skillshare would have a monthly or a yearly subscription to it, but they have 30 days free for you to try the platform out. Domestika, on the other hand, is they tend to sell you per course, and sometimes when they have sale, that would be a good time to just purchase the course and learn from it. In summary, these are the three things that you do not need to splurge money on just yet as a beginner sketcher. The first one is you do not need that many sketchbooks. Trust me, you do not need it. Although it is quite tempting, feel free to buy a few and be happy about it. But it is one thing that all of us tend to tend to splurge money on, tend to buy, and we don't really use it. So the first one is sketchbooks. The second one is just use the pens or pencils that you have currently. But if you want to try ink, I would recommend waterproof ink pen. And the third one is you do not need to sign up for so many courses just yet. Just try to learn from YouTube or sign up through Skillshare and Domestika and learn from it. Please feel free to subscribe, and I will share more content about being a beginner sketcher and what you can learn out of it.